in Chicago and find out what's going on among the traders out there by the floor. We have Oliver Sloup standing by. He's with Blue Line Futures. Happy Monday, Oliver. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's nice to see these grains catching a bid to start the week here. Now that the March options are off the board, we're starting to look towards a lot of these May contracts. That's where majority of the volume's going to be. Taking a look at some of the technical indicators for this week as we wrap up the month for that May corn contract. There's a lot of resistance, 379 to 382 and 3/4. This represents the 200-day moving average, something that the market hasn't been able to really spend a lot of time above since July. Now, on the flip side, I think there's pretty good support from 370 1/4 to 372 1/4. This is previous resistance, now becomes support. If you look back really over the last month or so, we've been relatively constructive on the chart, higher highs and higher lows, and I think that trend will continue. So we are positive in this market, but keep in mind we have that new crop December contract trading near that $4 level, which could entice maybe a little bit of producer selling, put a damper on this recent rally.
Yeah, I was asking a trader and an analyst earlier this morning. I'll ask you too. Do you think guys should be looking at maybe doing some scale-up selling yet for new crop?
I absolutely do think you should do something. You know, hindsight's always 20/20. You don't want to look back here in a couple months and say you should have done something. You had the opportunity. It seems that predicament comes up almost every year where you look in hindsight and said you should have done something. Now is the opportunity, not necessarily everything, but at least start legging into some things. And I think specifically, maybe more so, I think is a great opportunity for that soybean market. We've got soybeans trading up substantially on the back of weather concerns from South America as those continue. And I think now is a great opportunity to take some risk off of the table. Now, with that said, we do have, we're looking at May soybeans, 1059 to 1065, I think is pretty significant resistance. The RSI, or the relative strength index, is in overbought levels above 70. But if you've ever traded soybeans, you know that the RSI should be taken with a grain of salt as we can kind of extend those levels. If you look back in the highs of July, we're actually seeing the RSI above 80. So although I think we are a little top heavy here in soybeans, I think there is a little bit of caution that there may be some more room to run here in the near term.
Okay, we'll talk about livestock when we bring you back here in just a moment. Our guest is Oliver Sloup. He's with Blue Line Futures. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.